Township Trustee meeting, May 23rd, 2022. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Mr. Stevens? Here. Mr. Stanton?
here. All right, introductions. Mike just left. All right, we already have our zoning superintendent, Darren. We have our police chief, Chief Cavalier. We have our fire chief, Chief Frost. We have our parks department supervisor, Todd Schaefer, and Jessica's here representing the senior center. To the left, I have our FISP officer, Laura Wolf. To my right, I have our administrator / road superintendent, Mike Dockery, and trustee Monica Evers. I am trustee Robert Santos. Trustee Steve Kent can't be here. If you guys don't know, earlier I already mentioned it, but Austintown changed their graduation date, so his son's graduating. Obviously, you can't miss that. All right. Motion to approve the minutes of the regular meetings of May 9th, 2022.
So moved.
Second.
Mrs. Stevens? Yes. Mr. Stanton?
Yes. Mike?
I have nothing other than the bids though.
The bids are open.
This is RT Verno.
For those who don't know, we actually put out some bids for some roads to be done. If you guys want that list, we can provide that to you. And these bids right here is just for which company wants to offer what price on how they can actually get these particular portions of the roads done.
$562,230.
And that's Verno, Mike?
Yes. And I have a bid bond. This is Lindy Paving of New Galilee, PA. $594,788.50. And I have a bid bond. Third and last one is Barbagus Construction of Akron, Ohio. $561,863. And I have a bid bond.
Just the three?
What's that?
Just the three?
Yeah, just the three. They're the only three that take out the bids, folks too.
Anything else?
No.
Chief Cavalier?
The only thing I want to add, since this is the last meeting of the month, but then we want your Kathy, Sergeant Kathy Dean, Detective Sergeant Kathy Dean is retired from the police department. She's been with us for 27 years. She went from the patrol division into the detective division, the detective sergeant, and she did our criminal or juvenile crimes for the past several years. Did an excellent job at it, became well known in the laws with investigating juveniles, which is different from adults. She's had a little more restrictions on and stuff. But she became familiar with that. Other departments would call her, ask for expertise in that. So I just want to congratulate her on a great career that she's had in this police department for 27 years. She'll be moving on to work for Austintown local schools and somewhat of capacity with security, and she'll be doing some other jobs with them. I'm not sure what they are. But again, I just want to congratulate her and maybe now
What was her last day?
31st of this month.
31st.
Excuse me, do we need a motion to accept those bids?
No,
Okay.
because I don't know which one to recommend to you yet.
Okay.
So we lost two people, two really good ones this month then. Three were retired. We just had Frost. But, thank you. Do you have anything, sir?
Just that Sue Cabot, our head secretary, retired. This was actually her second retirement. She retired from Thompson Steel many years ago and then came on to work with us. And again, it's a great loss. We're interviewing 5 potential candidates on Wednesday. We have 7 total from the posting, so we'll interview 5 of them Wednesday, and hopefully I'll have a recommendation for you after that. And I think that's really about all that's going on. We did hire the 3 people for the ambulance started. They started mid-May, so that is up and running, going well. So.
Awesome.
Yep.
Did they get, the commissioners get back with a new date? They want to meet the EMS roundtable?
So I met with them on Thursday, just to know their role. And we are gonna have a quick meeting this Wednesday with the fire chiefs, and then we're gonna bring everybody in probably next week.
Okay.
So,
All right, just want to make sure I have one list. of notes.
absolutely, as soon as I know a date, I'll make sure you have it.
Awesome, thank you.
Thank you.
Aaron?
Okay, I have 68 properties on our revised code, 505.87. I can read them all, or you can approve it for the agenda. It's up to the board.
I think we can approve
Yeah.
that with the agenda. I don't think we need to have you read all 68 of them today.
And they're all on here.
Yeah.
I motion to determine the below properties constitute a public nuisance pursuant to Ohio Revised Code 505.87.
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Santo?
Yes.
Mrs. Seaver?
Yes.
Okay, and I would ask the board to find the following motor vehicles meet all the following criteria. 3 model years or older, apparently inoperable, and extensive damage, including but not limited to any of the following: missing wheels, tire, engine, or transmission. You declare the following vehicles public nuisance under Revised Code 505.371 and to report removal of junk vehicles within 14 days after notice is served to the property owner. 1871 South Turner Road, an inoperable and unlicensed dark green Jeep, and an inoperable silver BMW with expired temporary tag parked in exposed manner at the property. That is the house at the corner of South Turner and New Road. And the occupant called me last week to say that they will be moving to Tennessee sometime late this summer. I will keep my fingers crossed and hope that's true. You actually declared this property nuisance last
Last one.
and they've done a few things, but probably the road department will go over there and clean it, and if they don't, they'll hire a contractor to do it.
Okay. Motion to find the attached motor vehicles meet all the criteria to be declared public nuisance pursuant to Ohio Revised Code 505.871, junk vehicles.
So moved.
Second.
Mrs. Seaver?
Yes.
Mr. Kent? No, sorry. Mr. Santo?
Yes. Hey, you know, you've been doing it for how long? So, it's all right. Todd?
This Wednesday, we're gonna open a splash pad. It'll be open from 12 to 7 every day.
We put an age limit on it?
Weekend. Do what?
Is there an age limit on it?
No,
Really there and out there again.
There's no age.
Thank you.
Awesome.
And then Tuesday, June 7th, will be our first concert in the park. We'll have concerts every Tuesday through September from 7 to 8:30. And the Sunshine Riders will be our first band on June 7th. And then the following day, Wednesday, June 8th, we'll start our weekly farmers markets. It'll be Wednesdays through August from 5:30 to 8:30. And we're trying to get as much grass cut as fast as we can. In the spring, it grows faster than we can cut it.
Any issues with that wind on Saturday? We didn't have that,
But we
storage unit get blown over again, did we?
My storage unit's going.
Oh.
Was not put back up after the last one. And that's all I have.
Jessica?
We are still looking for a landscaper for our front flower beds. Well, we keep calling people and they never call us back, or we have somebody that'll come out and look and then they just never give us a bid. So I think I've contacted like 9 different landscapers and only one of them got back to me and nothing came after that. So we're still looking for a landscaper. Nothing major needs done, just we want some new plants in there, some trimming and rearranging some stuff, just so it looks a little bit neater. The dogs, I think Jim was here for the last meeting and said that everybody really likes having Fluffy there. So Fluff will be back on Wednesday at the center, and then Bob is going to be trying things out on the 2nd. So he'll be here for a half day. And so the seniors are really excited to meet Bob. They already know Fluff, but they're really enjoying that. And then this past week, I went to the Ohio Association of Senior Centers Conference down in Columbus, and I went to a bunch of different seminars. I've got about 3 different programs that I want to start up at the senior center. I want to get more nutrition classes in at the center, and now that Debbie, our aerobics instructor, she just graduated with her master's in nutrition. So hopefully she'll be able to teach us and start some nutrition classes for the seniors, maybe do some cooking classes, that sort of stuff for them.
I'm gonna do that.
Yes. She'll make you eat healthy, that's for sure. And another class I want to get started, I've already talked to the state about it, it's called Stepping On. And it's an 8-week course, and they bring in different people, like 1 week they'll bring in a physical therapist, 1 week they'll bring in a pharmacist, 1 week they might bring in a regular doctor, and the seniors get to ask questions related to their field, and they kind of get a seminar on that specific field and what they can do to improve with that particular person. So that's another class that I'm really interested in. They had a lot of like marketing and technology classes, so I have some new stuff to bring back for that, which is good because our checking computer died today, so I've been shopping for new computers all day. But it's due tomorrow, gave her Amazon one-day shipping. And I also went to another seminar on accreditation. I've been working on getting us accredited through the state of Ohio for probably about 2 years now. It's the longest process ever. But I got recertified. I have one more test I have to take. I've got some more paperwork we have to fill out, and then the state of Ohio, they have to come out and do a big overview of our center, and they'll bring a bunch of people and go through it and look at all of our paperwork and all that. So hopefully here within the next year, we can get the accreditation done, and I can get rid of that binder off of my desk.
I got in contact with Tom McGaggan. He just started a new landscaping. He was supposed to get a hold of Jim, so I don't know if that occurred or not.
No, not yet.
Because I just checked to see when I talked to him, and that was this weekend,
Yeah.
so maybe he'll get in contact with you. He said he was interested in coming to look at it, so we'll keep our fingers crossed. How about, if we could get a, like, out at MCTC, if they have a horticulture, or somebody come out and maybe consider doing something like that, if we can't get anybody.
Yeah,
I don't know if we've ever, if you want to try something like that, you know, they're always an experience, maybe they'd be interested.
Yeah. I'll look into it.
Thank you. Oh,
I just have my reports. Everything seems to be going smooth right now. We're staying in budget and should be good.
should be good, still surprising, everything going in the roof, so thank you.
Yeah.
Was it triple now? Everyone's getting bikes, all the road department, bike department, bicycles. All right, so I gotta put some humor in it. All right, motion to approve April reports submitted to the board at the May 9th meeting, fund status, revenue status, and appropriation status.
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Santos? Yes. Mrs. Weaver?
Yes.
Have no business. We have a motion to whether to request a hearing or on notice to legislative authority to approve a new permit to the Stars Hospitality Group LLC, do business as Kenwood Suites over 5575 Cerny Place in Austintown Township, Austintown, Ohio. Permit number 8461073, permit class D5A.
Have no objections.
So moved.
Second.
Mrs. Deaver?
Yes.
Mr. Sanchez?
Yes. All right, at this time, we're gonna open up the meeting to public response. If there is any, we do have on and off camera. We have the cameras rolling, so we'll do on camera first. Is there anyone that wants to speak on camera?
You guys are kind of,
Yeah. All right, cool. Just stand up, state your name and your address.
You got it.
Matt Strohmeyer, 36 South Kimberly Avenue. I'm just reminding you guys about host car care. I know I've been emailing the zoning department. We're still trying to get something done here in regards to the noises. So hopefully we can come up with some sort of solution, whether that's the fence or whatever we can do. So far, I haven't heard back from the coach yet. So hopefully zoning can, take care of that in regards to that and try to get a swift action. Because this has been months and months and months since they put those bathrooms up. So I would like to just, remind everyone, get something done. I'm sick of it. My neighbors are sick of it, I'm sick of it. Let's get a resolution, something, whatever we need to do to get the problem solved. So, I don't have to hear the stupid noises every day and, the people that pull in at 9 or 10 o'clock at night back in their cars. What the heck are they doing? It's just ridiculous. Also, this is kind of a stupid issue, but my street name is misspelled on some of the signs. I don't know why. It's kind of funny. So one of the signs is spelled Kimberely or something like that, instead of Kimberly. Also, I noticed in zoning's map that they have, the street name is like something else. I don't know why. It's kind of an issue, weird. I don't know what happened there. Because, it's supposed to be South Kimberly Avenue, right? That would be the name of the street. But for some reason in your zoning map, it's not South Kimberly Avenue. It's listed as something else. So I don't know if you know that.
I'll check the tax maps. The tax maps are the official documents, and whatever the tax map says, that's the official name.
Okay.
Because we had issues with the spelling of Westminster. Is there an I or isn't there?
Yeah.
So I can check the tax map. As for the other item, the other day you sent me a nice picture of the time, basically, what you saw. And
Yes.
when you were here prior to that, I asked you if you could keep a diary for maybe 10 to 14 days.
Okay.
If it's easier for you after they're closed, you see something there, if you want to snap a picture, just say, hey, there's a pickup truck, there's a car, and give me
Okay.
approximate time. I want about 10 or 14 documented instances where somebody was there after closing. And once
Okay.
I have that, that's a conditional use. I can put them back before the Board of Appeals.
Okay.
But I'm not going to do it just based on one or two complaints.
No,
But
this
if you
is
will
constant, yeah.
just, if you want, if it's easier for you, when they're closed, you can email me.
Okay.
And I did forward the email that you
Yes.
sent you. Now, he did respond back to me and said he will talk to his manager. I haven't heard anything
Okay.
back yet. Because those are supposed to be on timers. What he told the Board of Appeals is that when the facility closed, that those would shut off. That's the testimony he gave. So, but I don't want to bring any business owner back for one or two situations. But if we know it's consistent, you can be kind enough to email me. At least I've got a record
Okay.
of that. And I'm just not going to go down every night at 8 o'clock.
No, I know.
I mean, you're right there. You're across the street.
Yeah.
So just email me.
Okay.
And once I have what I think I'm comfortable with, I'll come back before the board
Okay.
for
Yeah.
review of the conditional use, the standards of the conditional use.
Right. And then, once, if nothing else, at least get the damn fence up because, I should.
They didn't require a fence at the front unless that's when you first called me, it's important when you send the mailing out to go to the meetings.
Well, something has to be done. I shouldn't have to listen to their noises from their property. There should be an ordinance within the township that
Well, the
says,
testimony that he gave and the decibel ratings, because he sent me a picture of a sound meter that, now, he just downloaded it, which anybody can do.
Yeah.
And it was within what the board approved.
but there should be an ordinance in regards to businesses that emit sound of any sorts. They should have to do extra steps to ensure that that sound does not disturb other people, right? Because I'm in a residential neighborhood. This is a commercial property that's butting up against a residential neighborhood. So there should be extra steps. Like if I go to other businesses, like for instance Mod Wash, they have 2 fences. They have 2 fences lined up right next to each other. Does that help?
The Mod Wash has the fence in the back, and that fence
Yes.
is there for the retention pond.
Is that Ward 1 retention pond behind there? Because that.
There's a retention
Okay.
pond back there, yes.
But either way, you know.
But they did put a fence, and here's the importance of going to a meeting. The person, that property owner to the south, that's a rental. I think he lives in Hubbard. He showed up, and his concerns was what you're talking about. That's why they put the fence there. That fence that was there for the abutting property owner. You're across the street, that's a 50-foot right away, and then your house is probably set back 50 or 60 feet. So you're about 100, 110 feet from it, and you're not directly across from it. So had you been at the hearing, and I'm not going to beat you up for that, but had you been there, you could have put your input in. Maybe they would have, maybe they would not. I don't see I don't know if we have any businesses that have a fence along the front of the property.
Oh, I've seen a lot of businesses that have fences surrounding most of their property.
Not
Like
the front, not the road, not at the road.
Well, I mean, you have to understand, this is not the front of their property, this is the side of their property, right?
It fronts on Kimberly.
But their property, their front is
They're on the phone, yeah.
And, you know, when you took all the wood out, now all that noise from Mahoney comes through because there's nothing to, you know, there's no buffer.
Yeah, there was a woods there. I hear
Yes.
there was a woods there. But it was always potentially, there was always potential.
But like, as a resident, I shouldn't have to deal with businesses emitting noises, right? I shouldn't have to deal with them, you know, I was here first, you know, kind of saying it lightly. My house is the first in the Kimberly Acres, right? That was the original house, according to Phyllis, who was my neighbor across the street who died, mind you, during Christmas. And then Mr. Check, who lives, you know, a couple houses down, who also died during that time frame. And that's when Coates magically popped up and said, okay, yeah, we gotta get this, you know, back in
Well,
town.
like I said, we did have a hearing for it.
Yeah,
You were on the
but
mailing.
I don't mean to interrupt, but we understand your frustration, and we will, if it's within our authority to do so, we will do whatever we can.
Just like I said,
Yeah.
just send me an email when you see it. You know, at least I have, and your email's public document, but you're here, you're not anonymous,
Yeah.
you don't care. So just send me an email, help me get a record, because like I said, I'm being honest with you, I'm not gonna go down there every night.
No, I'm not asking you to go down there. Like I said, you know, I just want it dealt with because it affects my property and my
Your
house and my property.
Your last email to me,
Yes.
was Saturday, Sunday, whenever it was,
Yeah.
Friday,
Okay.
that was a very good email.
Get
Make your
those,
point.
because that means he's
Darren, what
violating his
time's
terms of
it's
contract.
supposed to close?
We're getting that
I
approved.
think 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock.
8 o'clock and 6 o'clock on Sundays. But however, Sundays, they leave it on because people will continue to pull in 8, 9, 10
And if you
o'clock.
get that, because they're violating their
Yes, and
contract.
I sent that to you, and yes, I will continue to send you
Just
emails.
send me the emails, that's all I ask.
I just want it done and dealt with because, you know, like I said, my property, I need to enjoy my outside space, right? I can't just be huddled up in my house all day. It's not fair to me or my neighbors to have to huddle up in our houses because we can't stand the damn noise.
We understand, if you can do that, that'll allow Darren to take his next step.
All right, I appreciate it.
Thank you. Anyone else on camera?
Oh, sure. Brenda Ryder, 4422 Barrington. Yesterday, we had our Kite Festival at Austintown Township Park. And we raised, in the 5 weeks we decided to do this, we raised $2,000 to help the playground, which was huge on their part and all the help. And we're probably going to do something again in the fall because it looks like they need a whole lot more money than what we were able to give them. But everything went great. The fire department, police department were there, and we had, I don't know what you'd call it, a kite challenge. Who can get their kite up higher, run faster with the officers, and they had a blast, and the kids loved it. They just thought it was great to see these guys play. And they did an awesome job. But thank you to Monica and all the help she gave in this, getting this done, but we'll keep rolling with it.
It's awesome, thank you.
Thanks.
It's awesome.
Yeah. Mr. Bassista was here a couple weeks ago saying that he was gonna be planting sunflowers. He's gonna be doing that this Tuesday at 7 PM. That's the corner of Rosemont and Elmwood. That's the old Woodside School property. Anybody that's willing to go and help him handle that, it'd be much appreciated. He had asked me to make sure that I reminded everybody, it's Tuesday at 7 o'clock. The Kite Fest was nice. We had a good time. It was something nice for the children to come and do in Austintown. Everyone always says we don't have enough to do, and we enjoyed it. My grandchildren went. It was a very good time. I thank the police department and the fire department. We had the police and the fire department there, and the kids got to see the drone, and they enjoyed it, and that's what it's nice to see. I want to congratulate the Fish softball girls, Steve Ward, for being the 2022 YSN Softball Coach of the Year. Steve has helped lead the Lady Falcons to 22-2 mark in district championship. Needs to be congratulated, and that's great for Fitch. And also, I'd just like to wish good luck to all the Fitch graduates. As we all know, they'll be graduating starting at 7 o'clock today here at Fitch High School, and I ask them to reach for the stars.
That's it. Well, obviously, definitely want to congratulate the seniors over at Fitch. They did their phenomenal job. I mean, they put through a year and a half, 2 years of COVID going online schooling. I know personally, I have to be in class to learn. Just doing it yourself definitely takes a lot of fortitude. So it's actually definitely outstanding for each of them. It's something that I can still remember, and I'm pretty old. Congratulations to the seniors. I'll also let you guys know that we are getting our website revitalized. It's probably gonna take like 30 to 40 days for it to get done. So if you guys currently go on our website and see certain things not being updated, just understand that we are getting a new one done. It'll be more, obviously, user-friendly to the residents. So it'll definitely be able to give you easier access to the transparency to what's going on with our finances, what's going on with events, what's going on in the police department, the fire, the parks department, what's going on with the road department. So it's definitely it's a good thing. Obviously, it's 2022, everything's online now. It's where everyone normally goes. So it's a good thing. Other than that, thank you guys. Hopefully you all stay cool for the rest of the week. I hear it's going to thunderstorm again. Hopefully nothing bad happened this weekend. I know, what was it, Captain Arthur, they lost their sign. They tipped over from the wind. I lost my flagpole, surprisingly. So I know people lost power. Definitely it's an extraordinary circumstances because that weather was beyond nuts. My wife lost her umbrella that was in my backyard. I'm sure some people lost their trampoline if it wasn't anchored down. So thank you guys for coming. Hope you all have a good day. Motion to recess to executive session for the following. A, to consider the employment, discipline, or compensation of public employees. And B, preparing for, conducting, or reviewing negotiations or bargaining sessions with public employees concerning their compensation or other terms and conditions of their employment.
So moved.
Second.
Mrs. Chambers?
Yes.
Mr. Sampson?
Yes.
In association with Austintown Local Schools and Austintown Township.